And we're the boys.
Yeah.
Oh, we're the boys.
Boys.
We're the boys.
We're the boys.
We're the boys.
We're
And
the
Anna
boys.
is a boy, and Mitch is a boy, and Chris is a boy, and Tim is a boy. And together we're the boys and the boys.
Hey there, guys. Hey there, guys. Welcome to the Boys Podcast. I'm Mitchell.
I'm Tim.
Hi.
That's Chris, and is that no Sheri here?
Hi.
My name is... Let's start over. That makes me sound so dumb.
That's the problem. That's the problem with how our podcasts go now. We're so used to doing it that we go, oh no, just start it over instead of like following.
And
through.
Sheri fell over.
And Sheri fell over. All right. So guys, guys, before we start, I just want to say something really important.
No, you have to start over. This is horrible.
This is
Okay, ready?
This is horrible.
And
Loving this.
cut.
And action.
Well, that doesn't help if you talk afterwards. Hey guys, welcome to the Boys Podcast, where we do a podcast.
No, we
We had a discussion,
No,
an
we-
entire discussion about this.
I thought we were continuing. Okay.
No, we have to start over. That was terrible.
But it's so good. I love it.
Ready?
Hey guys, welcome to the Boys Podcast. This is
This
the
happens
first
every
time
time.
we've tried recording this, and definitely not the third time that we're trying to record this. I'm Mitchell.
No.
I'm Tim.
Hi.
Some people call me Tim.
And so we have two Tims, a Hi and a Mitchell. So, I just want to say, guys, before we start, I feel like this is very important to establish. Lots of our humor up to this point has been very low brow. It's been very poop jokes and everything like that, and like all the toilet humor. And I feel like we should get a little more serious, you know. So this week we're gonna talk about poop.
So you started
What's
off
your
with
favorite
ruining
kind
everything.
of poop?
Yeah, let's get
Is it hard poop? Is it
No,
soft?
we're not having this conversation.
I think we
Just
were.
picture it.
Okay, we
dark nuggets.
No.
We spend.
we
I
spent
like goat
time.
poop. It's a little balls. It's like little jelly beans.
We spent time before this meeting logically trying to figure out what we should talk about, and we decided we actually didn't even talk about it. But I was thinking we could talk about our favorite kind of personalities.
I don't have any personalities.
That is a personality on its own.
Oh,
So what about Chris?
all right. I can try to think about this. It's not gonna go over well, but I can try to think about it for sure. So if someone else wants to start,
That's a personality.
like the
type.
person
Thinker.
Hey,
How about
Sherry? Hey,
Yeah,
Sherry?
yeah.
Sherry,
Yeah,
I know she
I
likes
was,
people.
I was gonna
Uh-oh.
ask you a question, Sherry.
yeah. What was your question?
I was thinking,
Yeah.
just the other day now,
Yeah.
what?
That's a great question.
I was thinking,
Yeah. Yeah.
I was really wanting to ask you a question.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's the question?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's at the end of my tongue.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember it.
Oh,
I think I just found it.
Oh, yeah.
You can't say it.
It was
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
this is going somewhere. We promise.
What personalities? What personalities do you like?
Oh!
kind of a personality is that? My favorite part of that is just like he shares like, yeah, and he's like,
What?
Chris and I have been doing that like for the last couple of weeks. That dog and from the
owner.
YouTube videos. You know,
Oh,
the dog
yeah.
is like, yeah. And then
So
I
I
went
went-
to
I
make
went-
it.
Oh, yeah, that's
I went to the meat shop the other day,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
and I was walking down the aisle,
Yeah.
and I saw this piece of meat.
Oh.
It was on a bone. It was big. So I grabbed it.
Yeah.
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 And then what'd you do? I was walking,
Yeah.
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 was walking to the counter.
Oh, yeah.
What did you do there? There's a bagel there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I put this massive piece of meat on the counter.
Yeah.
I love
And wow, did it smell good.
Oh, yeah. I believe it. Oh, can I have some?
I'm spelling it out.
Oh, yeah.
What did you do? And, so I bought it.
Yeah.
It really made me think about you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I could just picture you and smelling it.
Yeah.
And then I realized
Yeah.
it is you.
Chris has been drinking
What a twist.
some
The
red
Kool-Aid?
wine.
What a
Yes,
twist.
very much.
Yes, that was a twist.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming for sure. If that is what takes a good twist, then that was a fantastic twist.
It was
Phenomenal.
like Sixth Sense level twist.
I'm getting a lot of twists.
That wasn't a, oh my goodness, we saw this coming. That was a, that came out of nowhere.
Literally
And that
nowhere.
slapped us across the face. And now it's the middle of July. And, like, we don't know where we are.
So basically, he was like, this big slab
so
of meat
good.
was his dog. Were you at like a Korean barbecue
I
or
just
something?
kept thinking about the conversation about you saying that we can eat you. So
Don't worry,
I
guys.
couldn't get it out of my mind. 'Cause you were
Look
playing
at
as
the
a
previous
dog.
podcast for that one.
To put that in context, podcasters.
We were talking about the end of time,
Yes.
and if we had no other choice, that we could eat her.
Yes, I would be willing to
when
give up my
she's-
life
when she's
because
alive.
I don't have children and I don't have,
Any
like,
good qualities?
Yeah, exactly. Any reason why people would want to keep me around? So
I
like,
don't have family, but I got like spare ribs all over me.
Sheri, how dare you? You have very many good reasons for people to keep you around. Most of which is the food aspect.
exactly. I'm
think
just
about
saying, if
it,
it came down to it, you guys could eat me.
The
I
longer
would
we
be
keep
okay
her
with it.
alive,
Like,
That
the
is-
more meat-
Like on a pit.
That
Like,
is
can
the
we,
kindest
like,
thing you've
slow
ever
roast?
said.
That
I'm
touch-
serious
that
though.
touches
Like, if
my
it came
heart.
down to
That
it,
really touches
I
my
feel
heart.
loved.
I mean, you guys are
I look
still
forward
young.
to it.
Oh my goodness, Tim, me too. Oh,
I'm like
Oh.
good halfway through my life.
Touches my
Like,
heart.
What a
you guys-
kind soul.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think you just want to go and you want to feel like you
did something
accomplished some
good.
big
But what's-
purpose.
Right.
I feel like this is
Now-
selfishly motivated.
Let's. So what about a cow then? Because you're friends with us. What's the comparison?
You know what? You know
here?
what happened in the future? There'll be.
You're eating me. I'm not eating you. So it's your moral dilemma.
You know what it
So
is?
we'll have this
In the
meat
future,
rotting in the fridge because we're like, we don't want to eat Nana.
No, you can't have me rotting in the fridge. Then I'll be mad.
Then
Then
you'll-
you'll be
When
dead.
you're
So
when you're
I'll come
sleeping,
back to
my
haunt
fat
you.
will come after you.
I'll come back to haunt you. Be like, eat me.
you know what? After that, I don't feel like I'll be able to eat people again. I feel like I'll feel a tiny bit guilty. So
I don't
It
know. you
ruins-
might get a
it ruins
taste
it for me.
You might get a taste for it,
And then
that's
you'll
like
want
all
to
you'll
eat
be able to eat.
Chris.
Yeah,
Lots
but
of
he's
them.
got no meat on his ribs.
all down my
It's
legs.
just
Oh,
ribs.
It's
It's
just
lame.
the good kind. You just barbecue me up, throw me in.
See,
in
but
the
the problem
oven,
is, you're the one who could cook you best.
so I'll prepare myself.
Okay, fair
think-
enough. I'll eat
Okay, I understand. You guys are all complimenting the cannibals, and they
Yes.
are your favorite kind of personality,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
Well,
okay.
That's what. That's
Oh,
the
Oh, that's
common
how we're
group decided.
segueing back to the personality. Yes.
Yeah.
But if I had to talk about my real favorite personality, it would be a person who's they're
a lot like you.
no, because
Well,
I don't feel like I could be this like selfless, and it's a person who could give up their life for me to eat. I feel like that would be a real person who has a real just
Yeah.
if like that is wife material, that's real wife material.
Are you saying you want to marry me, Mitch?
Okay, there was just a proposal here.
No, she wants to eat you.
Yes, I know.
Why are
So-
the two mutually? Why aren't they mutually exclusive?
And Chris was like stroking his chin and looking at me very suspiciously.
Specifically.
I feel, and now he's licking his lips. Now, this is not like an apocalyptic time. There's food up in the refrigerator.
And in fact, there's condiments which would help.
I'm just saying.
Some ketchup.
It's only for.
Oh.
It's only for
Okay, guys.
like an end time.
If we were
Lettuce.
okay, but here's the thing: we
Closer
talked
to
about
us.
the fact that Sheri would be willing to give up her life for us,
Yeah.
but we
Yeah,
haven't
let's
talked
talk about
about
the good part.
the best way to cook her.
Yeah,
And I feel like that is a really important topic because upstairs we were talking about how we would cook
Hey.
like a banana, like
Hey, we can all do our best and
No,
then
no,
see
no, no,
who's
no,
best.
no. Come on, leave that up to me.
What would
Okay,
you do?
well,
What would
you
you
can
do,
no, you can
I
take
think
the
I
ribs.
would be really good over, like roasted over a spit, like a Hawaiian luau.
I feel like I'd like little bits in like a salad, you know? I feel like it'd be a little healthier, but add like a little meat protein.
Oh my god.
We can all.
We'll call it a nana salad.
Caleb would love this.
Yes, he would.
We
He
gotta
would.
call him in.
He's
So,
the
yeah, no,
he's
I
the
think-
killing
I
expert.
think roasted over a spit. I think that's the way you gotta go.
Yeah?
We all gotta have our own.
Apple in the mouth.
Who,
Yeah, that's
who wants
right.
which part? And we'll all do our best cooking with it.
I want the
and we'll,
brain.
We'll
Oh.
come into a contest,
I want to be smarter.
right? We'll feed it to Caleb.
I think my favorite kind of personality
I'm so sorry, Tim.
He's still
Is-
going back
Yeah,
to
yeah.
this.
is
What is it, Tim? What is it?
Thanks for reeling it in.
people that
People that, people that
Yeah.
serve,
We
people
were
that
dying.
no.
Food?
It wasn't
Serve
that
food?
one.
Serve food.
People who serve my aunt. So
Yeah.
no.
Your aunt's
people-
servant.
Shush.
Today we are serving
People-
some lovely roasted nana on a bed of arugula
Nan.
salad.
Yo, abstract creations.
Oh, I was just imagining Nana butter chicken or
Oh.
butter
Mm.
Nana.
Yeah.
Butter naan
It's
It's
chicken.
nan bread and rice.
Naan bread that was cooked with powdered buttons.
Where are
You okay,
going?
baby?
So I think
Chris is
Okay.
running to the.
so people who always strive for
For
creating
creating,
like
like,
moving forward in their creations,
holy moly.
moving
Is it a spider?
I have no idea.
moving like advancing, like always
Advancing.
thinking about like something
Something.
It just
that can be
exploded.
better, always thinking about new ideas. How can we do this better? How can we figure out a new way to do
Do
this?
this.
People who are like
So
yeah,
Inventive.
like
inventive.
initiators or
no
no. Okay.
people
I'll
who like ideas that like they want
Creatives?
they don't think or kind of, but like innovative
Like-
Innovators,
people.
yeah.
People
Like
that
some
like
Entrepreneurs.
that's a bit different. It's way different.
So entrepreneurs.
I guess so. People, but that's people who take an idea and like run with it and try and make it happen. But I like people who like think about new things, like
me.
yeah.
Like are creative.
You said that very reluctantly. I'd like to point that out.
Creative and inventors and.
I'm not an inventor.
No, yeah,
Like,
I
think
think
outside
that
the box.
probably was the half. Yeah, for him. Because the inventing part.
Mitch is
But then you're
creative,
really
but-
creative.
Yeah.
It's just not inventive.
No. He
I feel
likes
attacked.
ideas.
You're amazing creative.
I like
Artistically.
Yeah.
I like the fact that I like people who think like, oh,
Who think.
how could that be better? Like, this is a process that we do every day. How can we just make it so it's so much simpler so we can focus on something else in life, Like washing the dishes. Someone had to think about, why don't we just get a machine that pumps out a ridiculous amount of water really fast that cleans the dishes for us?
So people who make life lazier.
Yes. No,
That's
they
pretty
make it so that life
More
is
efficient.
less of a needs to
Life
be less
is
of a
more
focus,
less of a focus.
so that you can focus on other things. Like, because the thing is, like, if I live by myself, I spend half my time
It's a good question though, because
doing
what
the
is
dishes or doing something else.
We should
It's
be
doing the
baking
dishes
right
and
now.
doing your laundry,
life? Then why would you
By
want to
hand.
take time to stop from doing those things?
so that I can focus on things like
Like
building
gardening.
a house or.
But don't they have things that make that easier too, so that you spend less time on that? So
they
with all this
cost
time
like a
you're
couple
saving,
$1 million to get a house generator.
The
The
goal
ones that make their own house.
the goal
In a
is
day.
to do
You're right.
nothing. I think that's the goal of
do you think that?
most of the world.
Most of the world for sure. But what do you? But here's my question. This is completely off topic. But what do you think people would really do if they were given their wish to do nothing? what do you think their purpose or their fulfillment would be like, or would they have any?
They would try and fulfill,
because we find lots of purpose in our work, but we also try to find
desires.
ways not to do it.
They would try to fill all their desires and try to still feel whole, because they think that finally stopping and doing nothing will help them feel whole. But I think a lot of people actually stop and do nothing, and they realize that you still don't feel whole.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but then, like, they just want to rest because the world is go, go, go. And everyone's wanting to fight that mentality and to stop. Like, you want to, but you get trapped in the world society, I guess. In the go, go, go trend. Like, it's like going along the highway and it's like, you know, I'm running out of gas. I need to pull over to a gas station. But they're all going so fast. Oh, I can't slow down. There might still people behind me.
But I find a lot of people get caught into that mentality
Exactly.
because it has a big promise, and that is if you go, do,
Oh,
you
yeah.
get a lot done, and you'll feel more successful. You'll fulfill something inside of you
Yeah.
that wants to be filled.
Right.
But then they're like, oh, okay,
But then
well,
you're just drained.
I'm drained. I'm getting stuff done, but I'm not achieving millionaire status. But even if you did, or even now, if you stop now and finally I can finally rest in this house that I have more than enough to live in for a year in my bank account, I can finally stop. Well, they're gonna be their mind's gonna think, oh yeah, well, okay, but I still don't feel fulfilled, so what do I do? Oh, well, I'll do this, or I'll do this, and then they start to get distracted again. I find a lot of people that go on vacations, they have to find ways to keep themselves busy because they still can't, they still don't find what they want in resting. It's like...
Or they don't know how to rest.
It's easier to get distracted.
Personally, I have a really hard time stopping. Because, I don't know, I guess I believe the lie that it's, bad or something. It's not...
You're lazy?
Yeah, or something, I'm wasting time by stopping or something. I don't know, there's something. Anyways,
there's something to stop you from resting.
Anyways, so even if I have, the night off, I'll be I'll sit there and finally I can do nothing, think about nothing, let my brain relax, and then I'll be oh, alright, so I can, start putting up my pictures on the wall, and the garden has a ton of weeds I need to do, this and that and this, oh yeah, and I gotta work on this, and, and then I start thinking of all these things that I want to do.
So personality that I really like is people who are open,
So
open
Chris,
to
he's open.
open to me. But what I mean by that is people who because you have lots of people who don't want to accept me. You have lots of people who don't really want to accept me. You ever relate to that? And I really like it when people are open to accept me. Maybe that's not a real answer, because it's just being I like people who like me, but I like
Sounds
that.
like you're looking for acceptance.
Hey, I think we just figured out something. What if this entire time I've been looking for acceptance? Hey, I have this new series that's going to be coming out.
The need for acceptance.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's almost like it relates to reality or something. I don't know.
Isn't your thing called Desperate for Attention?
Yeah, I made that I made that partly as a joke on the fact that everyone's desperate for attention, and partly to show real reality of the fact that I'm very desperate for attention, affection. Really, I should call it desperate for affection, but that's too much.
Why do you think you're like that, Mitch?
Wasn't loved as a child. That's not true, but I feel like I go unnoticed at times where people and this sounds very selfish, but I feel like I'm not at the forefront of people's minds. But even when I feel like I should be, just different things happen where I'm oh, that person, this is going to get real dark, but there are times this is going to get real dark. Be ready.
Let's go for it.
But there are times when I'm man, if I disappeared, would people notice? Would it have an actual effect? Because here's the thing, everyone disappears at some point, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And everyone gets over it at some point. And so it's one of those things where I'm in this life where like, you could argue that things don't have meaning as far as our personal lives, because once we pass away, 100 years in the future, no one's going to remember us, and therefore, what's the point or whatever? If I passed away, what effect have I had that I will be remembered, or that people will... What difference will I have made on people's lives? And so it's partly, like, my thoughts of other people and wanting to be accepted from them, but also partly, like, what can I do to make that happen? I don't know, man.
I totally understand, actually. I really do. But, like...
To be honest, if you disappeared, I don't think I'd ever...
That's good. That's good. Thanks. I appreciate your honesty. And honestly, it touches me that you can be so open with me in this time, because that's a hard thing to admit, you know, that you don't care for another person. It's really hard to admit.
I don't think I'd ever get over it.
I don't
You'd
think
get
any
over
of
it.
us would get over it.
Come on, guys. You don't have to say that to make
No,
me
it's
smile.
true.
No,
It's true.
If you passed away, I don't think we'd ever
A
get
part of
together
my
to do
heart
this.
would pass away too.
Aww. I mean,
My heart would pass away.
he says with a full smile on his face, my
He's
heart
also
would
drank
pass
almost
away.
an entire bottle of wine.
And how much more guilty would you guys feel if not only I passed away, but you guys ate me? Okay, no, let's not bring it back to that.
So, but honestly, like,
I just want acceptance, man.
I find so much freedom
I accept you.
that, like,
So good. Now they're holding hands.
I'm
Oh, this
holding a
is
thumb.
beautiful.
We care about.
I feel very uncomfortable.
No, like honestly though, like you're a big personality, and we probably wouldn't do these podcasts without you. Actually,
But
No,
it's one of
we
those
wouldn't.
things, because I constantly somewhat... It's not that I feel fake, but I feel forced, because I have a big personality, but that came from the feeling of a need
right,
to find acceptance, you know?
right.
And then it's like, what am I? Who am I? What does it mean? Is it working? What if it doesn't work? What if I'm a big personality, but the minute I leave the room, I'm no consequence?
you're
Does it
thinking
matter?
too much.
I'm sorry, I'll give up. I won't think anymore.
I
You're
actually
right.
understand all of that. I really
Yeah.
do. I have those same thoughts myself. So
But
I
the
get
thing
it.
is, Mitchell, you're you.
Mm-hmm. Yep, for sure. You got that nailed it.
You need to not think
Not think. Good,
about
good.
what other people are thinking about what you.
I actually followed that, but it was very like cryptic.
It was like a kindergartner like trying to draw a straight line and just like nope, oops, it's going why is it going backwards? Nope. And in the end, it drew like abstract
I was like-
creation,
I was
No, I
sitting
got
here.
very
I was,
outside the
I was
lines.
sitting here like, can you get to the end of the sentence?
You did it.
Can you
Timmy.
learn how
did
to
it,
speak?
Timmy.
But like,
Look at
you're,
inside my
you're
hat.
you, and like you're trying. I know that you try to like do these things. Like
Do these things?
you like wear a top hat to school, and you're like, I think that genuinely makes you happy. But then you're like kind of
Is this
still
me?
looking for people's approval
For sure.
of it, but then and of you being you, but at the same time, I think you'd be different if you were just like, I'm me, and I don't really care if you're going to like me or not,
You're right.
because I know that sometimes
This
you're
is
like
me.
that.
You're
and
right.
It's really cool. You're confident. But then there's other times that you're kind of like, I don't know if I should wear my top hat because
Yeah.
I don't know if people are gonna like me, but
Oh
think you
wow,
should just be
that
yourself.
was funny.
Excuse me.
Oh, Mitchie, are you gonna be okay?
No, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm getting away from the smell.
Oh, okay. You just went into this very, very pensive mode. I'm like, oh.
it's mine now.
This is a podcast where everyone pokes Mitchell's vulnerabilities. You're right.
Mitchell pokes Tim and Tim pokes Mitchell back. Now they hold hands.
People say, oh, you shouldn't care what other people think. And I think that,
That can create bitterness, honestly.
absolutely. And I think that, just living in a society and being a good citizen and being a part of the community, sometimes you do have to get along with people you might not otherwise associate with. You know, like you have to deal with people at the mall, at the shopping center, in your car driving down the road. Like, so you can't just behave completely selfishly because you're not going to be a good citizen. You know, you know, so you have to care to some extent how you present yourself to the world, how you deal with strangers, how you interact.
Yeah,
like,
but I don't think those choices should be based on what they think of you, but based on, okay, I want to be polite,
right,
and you want to be yourself.
right.
The thing is, if you're a rude person, technically I want you to be rude because then I know that you're a rude person and I don't want to be around you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but if you're rude,
fake it.
if you're rude because you have no idea what other people think, because there's some people like that have the social inability, right, where they just don't even know, and then in that case I don't want to judge that person because they just don't have any idea what they're doing.
Right.
But then like
I could judge them,
but
if
like
their shoes
for
would be
like
that
Mitchell,
way.
he's working on himself now. Like he's working on. Well, he's always working on
How
himself.
dare
How
you?
dare you? What I'm saying
Working
is
broad.
he's been working on himself, and it's really like I see a lot of change in him, which is awesome. He doesn't like it, but like
He's saying there was a problem with me before.
no, I'm not. You were perfect before, and you're just the same.
You're just
now.
more perfect now.
I've seen you change a lot. You were perfect before. You're the same now. Lots of change happening there. Very good. I like it a lot.
No, but everybody
you're
goes through
everyone's
stages.
perfect.
You know, everybody goes through stages.
No, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, even me, like, I want to be, like,
Wanna be.
I want to be,
wanna
kind to people. I want to be
wanna be,
that, so I don't want to
wanna-
portray myself as an unkind person. So in the sense of, I'm thinking, okay, is this being portrayed as nice?
Please
Well,
call
okay,
back
like-
to earlier in the podcast when Tim was like, Mitchell, if you died, I'd be fine with it, probably. I want to be a kind person, you know? So I portray myself that way, and I try to be real kind.
No. That's just, everyone wants to be kind. Everyone wants to be loving.
Not
So
everyone
that you
wants to be
wouldn't-
kind.
No, that's
or
not
loving.
Fine, everyone's different. And everyone wants to be different. So that, but
Well, I feel like lots of people want
what
to be
I'm
the same.
saying is because everyone's missing the point,
Yeah, you're right.
and which is just that you don't want to think, okay, I want to be accepted to this person, so then I want to be nice and kind and cool. I want to be kind and cool, and that's what's in my nature. Like, I want that. I love wearing a top hat to school, you know, because you love wearing a top hat to school. And so then, like, but you don't want to do that to gain acceptance
Sure, I
in certain
understand what you're
groups. You want to do that because it's you, and if they accept you or not because of it, it's their problem. You know?
And it's yours when you have no friends, but you know, that's fine.
And you just, you need to, like, I don't know. You have friends, so.
All you need is a couple of close friends.
Honestly, that's
And
what
then
people
move
say.
very far away from them.
Yeah.
Like I have.
Oh, yeah. I moved further than you did.
This isn't a competition. And you moved with your best friend,
And
so...
Chris is planning on moving to England, so...
What?
No,
Chris was like, huh?
It's like, why did you choose England? Can I go to France?
He's like, I like their
Because
cheese,
that's
man.
what
Give me a break. So, Nana, what's your favorite type of personality?
Oh, we're still on this.
Well, actually, it hit the 30-minute mark, so we'll return.
Then we...
Thanks for listening.
No.
This was just a
2,
hodgepodge.
1.
Please download this and listen every day.